Hey, konnichiwa minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. How are you doing? You good? Are you Genki? I'm Genki and I hope you are too. Okay, today I have a review of Ultimate Spider-Man issue 18. Written by Jonathan Hickman. It's got fantastic art by Marco Checchetto. It's got colours by Eric Arciniega, letters by Corey Petit. This is $4.99 and I tell you, it's worth every penny. Spoilers. There's a very small synopsis on the League of Comic Book Geeks. It says, war rages on in New York City. Really? Black Cat enlists Richard Parker's aid in the Sinister Six turf war, and Spider-Man gains a surprising ally. Well, we'll have to see about that, won't we? So yeah, let's get on with the review. I'm not going to be messing about. As I've already said, there will be spoilers. I'm going to go through the issue with you, show you some of the art, talk about the story points, and I'll give my score at the end. So, by the way, on the left it's the main cover, of course, by Marco Checchetto. On the right we have a Gerardo Sandoval Ultimate Special variant. What do you think? Which one would you pick? We've also got two more variants to show at the end of the review. Okay, please keep watching. Here we go! In the previous issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, Peter and the Parker family were hiding out in Utah. Meanwhile, Harry, Green Goblin, and Gwen, one of the Mysterios, declared war on Kingpin and the Sinister Six by destroying a secret bomb-making factory run by Mr. Negative. As the issue opens, we see Harry Osborn, who's flew back to Utah to pick up Peter Parker for a mission back in New York. Peter, of course, is delighted to see Harry alive and well after Mysterio faked Harry's death during their encounter with Kraven. Remember that? Remember those times in the Savage Lands right underneath New York? Remember Mole Man? Ben Parker and J. Jonah Jameson also accompanied Harry on the flight, and they're going to stay with MJ and the kids. We hear that young Richard Parker is not happy that he can't go with his dad and Harry. More on this later. Just got to say, love seeing this image of Peter and Mary Jane, you know, hugging, looking good. She's looking great. I quite like his beard here. What do you think? Thank God he's not got a man bun. Elsewhere, the Council of Mysterios have come together and are discussing the attack by Gwen and Harry on Mr. Negative, seen last issue. I'm still getting used to the Council of Mysterios, you know, as in plural. How many Mysterios are there? Well, we'll find out later on in this issue. Mysterio Wesley, yes, that Wesley, is angry with Gwen for starting this war against Kingpin and the Sinister Six. Gwen replies that she was sick of all their talk and lack of action, so she took the lead. This is a real gung-ho Gwen in this Ultimate Universe, especially if you remember last issue where she was, you know, basically, let's just bomb the building, not even worrying about getting the people out of it. Harry seemed concerned. The Mysterios Quentin Blake and Joseph Robertson are concerned about the Mole Man as well as Kingpin. Then we discover the identity of the fifth Mysterio as Quentin asks for her opinion. Maybe I missed something in the previous issue. If I did, please let me know in the comments. But I had no idea who it was. In a weird moment, she calls Gwen's sister, though. Edit now, edit. I reached out for help on League of Comic Book Geeks and thankfully someone replied. Spoilers, yeah? I've just received clarification telling me it's Vanessa Fisk. So, we've got both Wesley and Vanessa, the Mysterios, with a big connection to, you know, Kingpin. As Bill and Ted say,
no way! Yes way!
We shift scenes to Spider-Man and Green Goblin on patrol in New York. They have some time to kill before they meet up with Gwen. Yes, folks, we actually get some Peter Parker as Spider-Man action in this issue. Hallelujah! And it all looks fantastic, penned by artist Marco Checchetto. There's a gorgeous double-page spread later showing Spidey and Goblin in full, beating up the bad guys' action. Here's just a part of it. Just look at it. Look at the detail. I love it. And of course, the colouring by Eric Arciniega, you know, really helps as well. It just pops. They make a brief stop in Peter's apartment and the place is a mess. Oh God, says Harry, you're gonna be mad at me. Suddenly, someone comes charging at them, brandishing a baseball bat. It's Otto Octavius. He's been installing some security measures and decided to move in while Peter was away. He's even wearing Peter's slippers.
How dare you!
Harry promises Peter he'll find Otto a new place, and they leave to go meet Gwen. On their way, we hear Spidey saying, "Hey Harry, you made a good call. I shouldn't be mad. I should be thanking you. It was the right decision, you know, putting in the security." He continues, "Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. I can only do my job the way it needs to be done if I know that my family is safe." You just know this is leading up to something, don't you? You just know they're setting up poor Peter Parker, Spidey, and the family for a fall. But who's gonna fall? That's the question. Meanwhile, back in Utah, MJ discovers a note from her son, Richard. Yes, you guessed it, folks. He's snuck off to New York to meet up with Black Cat Felicia Hardy. They'd been texting and she'd sent him one saying that she was in big trouble. And Richard, please, can you come? How could you say no to that? You know, he's a young teenager, his hormones are all raging. Felicia, she's hot as heck. And as you can probably guess, and you already have guessed by now, it's a trap! Abrul Akbar! Here we see one of the powers of the Venom suit that Richard's wearing. You know, the way that he goes invisible. That's how he got out of there. He snuck on the same plane as Peter and Harry. And just by chance, right at that moment, he heard Harry saying that my wife was actually Mysterio. We get a double what reaction. Peter's like, what? Richard's what? And so's the Venom suit. What? So Richard's wearing the black Spidey Venom suit as he climbs in through the window to Felicia's apartment. But guess what? She's not alone. The Kingpin and members of the Sinister Six are there with her and seem delighted to see Richard. Kingpin wants Richard to give him Spider-Man. That's it, that's what he's after, and you get the impression he's going to use any means necessary to get that information from Richard. Can the suit save Richard? Can Spider-Man? In this final heartbreaking scene, we got Richard saying, why would you do this? And it's the classic answer, isn't it? Isn't it obvious? It's my nature. Just like the scorpion to the frog. To be continued. Okay, here are my sharp points for this issue. Yes, Spider-Man is back in New York fighting some classic Spidey villains alongside Green Goblin Harry Osborn. The art by Marco Cicchetto is excellent throughout the issue, and we end on a twisty cliffhanger that leaves you hungry for more. Dull points? Now, this is not a criticism, just a question. Can this Council of Mysterios really be trusted, considering two of them have extremely close ties to Kingpin? That is the question. Final thoughts. Ultimate Spider-Man 18 is a banger of an issue, one of the best in a while, in my opinion. Hickman and team progress the story well, and don't forget to give us some much needed Spider-Man action, however brief it may seem. The issue ends on a heck of a cliffhanger, with betrayal playing a major part. I fear for the future of one of the Parker family. I'm going to give this issue 8.5 out of 10. Okay, I do hope you enjoyed my review. Thanks so much for watching, for listening this far. Do drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I want to know what you think of this issue as well as the series so far. What do you think of the rumours that it might be finishing at issue 24, like Ultimate X-Men? Okay, anyway, there's two more variants I want to show. The one on the left is it Ivan or Ivan Coelho variant? The one on the right is a Terry Dodson 1 in 25, so it's going to be expensive, that. Your comic shop's got to buy 25 issues to get one of these. This has been Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse. I'm signing off for the evening here. Have a great week. Enjoy your comics, and I'll see you in a future video. Matane.
He swaps his longsword for a Wakizashi, so